With the Michigan presidential primary vote tomorrow, candidates are looking to the people for support. Good afternoon, Davison. I'm Jillian Tate.
And I'm Merritt Combs. Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden have been going head-to-head for the primary. Over the weekend, Sanders came to Flint to speak on major issues facing the city.
Emily Ferrante is live in the studio with more on the visit. Emily?
Thanks, Jill. On Saturday, presidential candidate Bernie Sanders was met by a huge crowd in Flint at Mott Community College. Roughly 1,200 people waved their sign in support of his speech on racial injustice, Medicare, lack of voting, and many other problems facing the Flint area. Sanders said this is a generation going to be doing a lot of good things, but they need to get out and vote.
What this campaign is about is reaching out to young people. The good news is that the younger generation in America today is the most progressive young generation in the history of this country. But here's the bad news. This is a generation that does not vote at the level that it should vote. And our job together is to say to young people, if you want to save the planet, if you want to oppose racism and sexism and injustice of all kinds, you got to get involved in the political process.
The rally ended with a panel discussion of many important faces, such as some Flint activists, Don Rigel, and Cornel West. Dr. Cornel West was the featured panelist and had the crowd on their feet cheering on Sanders.
It has to do with steadfast love, and justice is what love looks like in public. You are to focus on the orphan, the widow, the motherless, the fatherless, the oppressed, the persecuted, the subjugated, the dominated. There is a moral and spiritual force working through the soul of Bernie Sanders.
To hear more of what Bernie and West had to say, head to our YouTube page, GTV News, and you can find it all right there.
Former Vice President Joe Biden is also in Michigan stumping for votes. He will be in Detroit tonight for a rally, but is also supposed to be making a stop in Flint at some point today. Details for that visit have not yet been released, but we will continue to keep you updated. Tomorrow morning at 7, polls will open in Genesee County and will remain open until 8 tomorrow night.
Another important vote tomorrow is the Davison Community Schools bond proposal. DTV's Morgan Welch has the details on what we can expect in Davison if the bond is passed.
With over a 100-year history, it's no surprise that Davison schools need some updating. 50-year-old boilers, phones too old to be updated, and reworking the Hahn End Middle School parent drop-off are just a few projects on the list. There are three major areas the bond will be addressing: security, critical needs, and instructional technology. Times have definitely changed, and security should be updated to make sure our students are safe. And for our school district, there's a lot to be done. 5 times a day, certain doors are unlocked to let the students in and out and to travel between the high school and the alternative education building. This poses a potential threat by letting unauthorized people into the building, and our students are left out in the open. To reduce that threat, there's a plan to build a connecting hallway between the alt-ed and the main building for an easy and safe passageway. Another safety concern is at the parent drop-off at Hahn Intermediate and the middle school. There's a plan to rework the entire parking lot by decongesting the space and making it more efficient for all parents and students to get to where they need to be safely. Hahn and the middle school are not the only schools who suffer with this problem. Parking lots are a dangerous place in itself because of dim lighting. At times, it is dark and it can be hard to see the students. Instead of dim, expensive bulbs, they will be replaced with LED energy-efficient lights that will also save money. With the new lights, it makes it easier for both parents and students to get through the parking lot safely. Also, DHS is around 50 years old, and that means the fire alarms are the same age. This is a concern for the safety of the students since they could cause a problem if they are not updated. I'm here at the heart of the high school in the boiler room where all the heating and cooling in the school is controlled. These boilers are really old and really expensive, and part of the bond we'll be addressing is fixing these problems that we have to keep the school in control. Along with the boilers, money will also be used for roof repair here at the high school, alternative education building, and Sypa Elementary. And as you can tell, the roofs here are in need of some dire attention. Another part of the bond proposal would go towards new turf to make playing on the high school football field easier. This way, no matter what the weather condition is, our sports teams and even band can get on the field without fear of ruining the grass. The center will include a brand new state-of-the-art auditorium and will house choir, band, and DTV studios. The current choir room and band room have become overcrowded, making it hard for students to learn and store their instruments. When it comes to concerts and special events, parents and families of Davison students who have been to the current auditorium know just how packed the space can get. Some people have to stand in the back and in the aisles, making it difficult to see and hard to get out in a case of emergency. With this new addition to the school, there will be more space for students to creatively thrive in whatever their art form is. This building will be the most important thing the bond will address, and it benefits the entire community. The bond will improve the schools tremendously and will help all Davison students by keeping them safe and provided for. Morgan Welch, DTV News.
DTV will be heading to the polls tomorrow to bring you coverage of Davison Decision 2020. We will keep you updated on both the primary race and the bond proposal results. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at DTV_official and like us on Facebook at DTV News to get the most up-to-date information throughout the day.
Davison's DECA chapter sent 30 members down to Detroit to compete in state competition. They competed in many categories such as financial literacy, business plans, and more. They ended the competition with 17 overall finalists and 12 state champions. Great job to all those who competed, and good luck to those going to nationals in Nashville.
Of the Davison bands. This weekend, they competed in the musical festival at Oxford High School. Friday, String Orchestra managed to score a 2 overall, while the Symphonic Orchestra made a clean sweep with all ones. Then Saturday, Concert Band and Wind Ensemble both scored all ones. Congratulations to all of our musicians, and keep up the great work.
Coming up in sports, our wrestling team sent 14 athletes to Ford Field for the state title. We have the results.
And Riley Wilcox tells us all about the girls basketball team's big win.
On March 10th, the voters can decide the future of Davison Community Schools. You will see a bond proposal on your ballot. This bond will bring in just over $71 million and will go towards improvements for the district, such as a new performing arts center, new security systems, and upgraded technology at all schools. To dig deeper, head over to DTV's YouTube page and search for Brown's blog. There you can learn more about what the bond is and what updates it will bring. And don't forget to vote on March 10th.
Davison is going for the upset.
For that strong arm.
Our boys wrestling team went into individual states yesterday with 14 qualifiers and walked away with 4 state champions. Freshman Caden Horwath in the 103-pound class and Josh Barr of the 152-pound class both earned state titles, and Josh Barr did it all while staying undefeated all season. Senior Andrew Chamble became the champ in the 125 weight class, and Alex Facundo brought it home in the 171 weight class. Senior Jay Nivison was just so close, was able to make it to the final match as the runner-up of the 160-pound weight class. While the boys were taking 4 state championship wins, our boys bowling team and Lindsey Gibson from the girls team competed in their finals. Brennan Ashley took 6th in the individual tournament, with the boys taking an overall 8th place victory. Although Lindsey Gibson didn't place at the top, it was still a huge accomplishment in her career to make it to finals. Great job to all, and go Cards. The girls basketball team are now district champs. On Friday night, they beat down the Grand Blanc Bobcats in an intense matchup to bring the district title back to the nest. Jasmine Hadley played a great defensive and offensive game. She scored 20 points on the board by the end of the night. Seniors Cassie Allard and Anna Tomzak both scored 6 points by the end of the night as well. It's a great night for Chelsea Arischak. She came back off an injury earlier in the season. And as always, a great game for Olivia Dirksey and Jasmine Hadley and Ellery Darling. The girls would win 48-36 and are advancing to regionals against Carmen Ainsworth. Jasmine Hadley believes there's much more left in the Cardinals, with Anna Tomzak saying you can't count them out yet. Victory in the next round against Carmen will take a lot of hard work and practice, but it won't be impossible.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy with the team. You know, we all put in the work and we stayed united. I'm ecstatic. There's more to come, you know. We're really good and we can improve.
Tomorrow night, the girls will head into the regional semifinal against Carmen Ainsworth on the road at Lapeer. Good luck, ladies, and go Cards. The spring season is just a few weeks away, and that means spring tryouts are around the corner. Today at 3, the girls tennis, girls soccer, track and field, and softball teams will be holding tryouts at the locations listed. At 4 o'clock, boys golfers will be meeting at Lake Nipissing Golf Course in Lapeer. If you have any questions, stop by room 342 with Mr. Prim. At 5, baseball will hold tryouts in the dirt room, while boys lax will be in the middle school gym. And at 7 until 9, the girls lax team will be meeting in the high school cafeteria. With daylight savings just happened yesterday and spring tryouts today, it's finally feeling like spring. Hey Clara, what can we expect in this week's forecast?
Riley, it is definitely feeling like spring. I'm Clara Hubbard, and today's your weather. Today it is going to be a high of 61 and a low of 48, although it is going to start raining at about 7 p.m. into tomorrow morning. And tomorrow is going to be a high of 53 with a low of 29, and Wednesday is going to be 45 with a low of 37 with just your regular day, so be prepared for anything. Thursday, it is going to be a high of 59 with a low of 37, and on Friday, it is going to be partly cloudy with 42 as your high and 28 as your low. This has been your weather forecast for today. I will send it back to the desk.
Thanks, Clara. Our House of Cards first robotics team dominated their competition at Kettering this weekend, earning themselves a first place finish. This is their first time earning first place at the Kettering competition. The event consisted of 40 teams, and after 12 games, they racked up 10 wins and only 2 losses. They're now ranked 10th in Michigan out of nearly 600 teams. Great job to the team, and keep it up.
The Guidance Office is ready to assist you in creating a successful future. Head down for college visits and an opportunity for a little help paying for college. If you have your eyes set on those white cords, they have opportunities for that too. Discover all that's available for DHS students and take your next step forward.
You can also check out opportunities under the Student Life tab on dtvnews.org. While you're there, get updated on what's happening in your community by reading our latest articles. Plus, find all you need to know about the Davidson Community Schools bond proposal by watching latest episodes of Brown's blog.
Stay updated on the go by following us on social media. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at DTV_official and DTV News on Facebook and YouTube. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be covering the primary election, and we'll be keeping you updated throughout the day, so be sure to give us a follow.
For this week's DTV Choose, we're wondering how you feel about springing forward or daylight savings. Are you bummed out because you lost that precious hour of sleep, or does the extra daylight put a smile on your face? Let us know on our Twitter and Facebook polls, and check out the results on Friday. So, I know that I'm not old enough to vote, but if you are old enough, try to head out to the polls tomorrow.
It's always good to have a say in your country.
Yeah, unfortunately I won't be able to vote tomorrow, but I will be voting in the general election in November. So it's very important that you guys vote.
Yeah, I'm not going to be old enough to vote in either of them, but it is very, very important that you take the time to go out and vote if you can. So this has been Riley Wilcox, Merrick, Jillian Tate, and Clara Hubbard. Have a great day, Davison.